What's going on, everyone? Strap on your helmet, grab your jersey, and get ready for this podcast because the NFL season has officially started. What's up, Dave?
What's up, man? Don't get your Steelers jersey on. You don't want to put that one on.
Yeah, after last week, it was kind of sad, man.
Yeah, but it's been a. I feel like this is the way we start each podcast, like saying it's been a while, but this one has actually been a while since we last talked. Really.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks since we actually talked. We had our fantasy football draft. School started. NFL season started.
College football started.
Yeah, college football too.
Sorry, let me bring up my notes because there's a few things I want to talk about.
You're good.
I know.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I know the one thing I want to talk about first off is Colorado and Deion Sanders.
Yeah, let's start with college. I think it's crazy how everybody was hating on Colorado, saying that they were doing like their system wrong by just rebuilding everything, and it's
Mhm.
kind of working. So, jokes on them, I guess.
Yeah, I honestly thought like there was obviously potential because he was bringing in 5-star recruits and all that, and
Mhm.
Travis Hunter and all that. I was actually very concerned with his son because I saw him playing in the HBCUs. I thought it was pretty good, but I thought I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to transition to like I don't want to say like actual schools, but like top 25 schools. That was my concern. And he actually played insane against TCU.
Yeah, he went crazy, and I thought his other son, who plays cornerback, led the team in tackles too. So I guess
Shiloh.
yeah, they're just showing out.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. Like I don't know if you watched the game. Did you?
Yeah, the TCU one I watched towards the end, uh, but they were having a shootout. It was kind of crazy to
Yeah,
watch.
that game was very fun to watch. Like, I don't think TCU is as good as they were last year because a lot of their players went to the draft. So they deserve that. I think number 22 ranking at the time. But I still think it was very impressive for Colorado to beat them.
Oh, I agree. Colorado went into that game having like basically nothing to lose, but everything to lose because they had done everything differently in the offseason,
Yeah,
like changed everybody, and they
yeah,
kind of just proved everyone wrong.
yeah. Like if they lost, like so many people would have clowned Dion. It would have
Yeah,
been it would have been bad.
I thought it was cool in the press conferences how he kept receipts of like the journalists and stuff who were like bad mouthing them, and he was like
Yeah,
asking them questions. It was kind of cool.
yeah. That's pretty funny. That dude Travis Hunter is a dog.
Yeah, that was my next thing. I knew it was a big deal when Travis Hunter went to the HBCU because he was a 5-star, and everybody thought that he would never do that.
Yeah, he was the number one like overall recruit.
And now look at him, bro.
Yeah, it's funny because I some of these like college kids I know from in high school because destroying right.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
watched
might.
him.
Yeah, he had like multiple videos with Travis Hunter, so that's the only reason I knew who he was. And
Gotcha.
he was able to like I was like able to follow him through like YouTube and kind of be a fan of his.
Dude,
The dude's a dog.
he is, and the amount of gas that he gets from Dion is cool too. Like I saw an interview, I think it was yesterday, where Dion was talking about Travis Hunter, and he was basically saying that Travis Hunter's everything Dion was like times two.
Yeah, it's insane. Like the way he can play offense and defense, it makes no sense. And
The
the dude just
memes,
never runs out of stamina.
yeah, the memes about Dion coaching himself in college is actually hilarious to me because it's literally true.
Yeah.
And then I think he played like 100 something snaps against TCU and was still saying he was tired.
Well,
Or
he was saying he wasn't tired.
yeah, he wasn't tired. Like he was ready to go more. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, he played like an insane amount because I think at halftime he was already at like over 50 snaps played.
Yeah, and he should have had 2 more touchdowns, I think.
Oh yeah,
Or
he had like one thrown at him, and it was like I don't want to say it was overthrown, but it was like it could have been a little better, but it was in his hands and he could have caught it, but then he just dropped it
yeah,
because it was kind of like had to be a diving catch.
the amount of like swag that team has is cool too. Like, did you see last week? Shiloh did the thing with the watch, or it's not
That was
Shiloh.
Shadur.
Shadur. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Shiloh actually has a mouthpiece that has like diamond teeth on it, which is pretty cool.
They're so like they just flex on everybody, bro.
Yeah, I mean you might as well.
Dude, I didn't.
Everyone hates you, or not everyone hates you, but a lot of the media hates you.
Yeah, I didn't realize Travis Hunter live streamed. By the way,
Yeah, I think he does like Warzone, like 2K stuff like that.
yeah, I keep seeing like clips of him, and he's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty funny guy.
Apparently, he asked Shador for money like a lot because Shador's rich.
Yeah. Well, they're both
Uh,
going to be rich, hopefully, if they make it to the NFL.
yeah,
I really would like to see Shadur and Shiloh make it to the NFL.
that'd be sick. Like, just I mean, I think Shadare will if he continues. I don't Shiloh. I don't know because isn't it harder to get into the NFL as a corner?
See, I don't know if he plays corner though. I've seen him playing like linebacker and safety,
Mm,
so I don't know if he's like been moving around.
gotcha. I thought it was corner. My bad.
No, like I said, I have no idea. I think he plays like multiple positions, so I don't want to say it's only safety, only linebacker, only corner.
He's just him then. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, like I don't know if he'd make it to the NFL. He's probably like Shadur's probably more likely, but I have no idea.
Yeah. So I know before we started recording, we were kind of, or you were kind of talking about who you thought your top four in college would be.
hmm
Way early season prediction, but who do you think your college football playoff finalists are?
I think I said my top four was. I'm probably gonna forget it again. I was saying Michigan, Florida State, Georgia, and Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's a big underdog this year. Not an underdog, but just like I think they're not expected to be as good as they are right now.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Notre Dame. I just know the quarterback Sam Hartman was on a show I used to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know much about Notre Dame either, but I watched their first game, and obviously it was against Navy, and it was like a very very easy team to play. But he
Yeah,
just looked like a pro quarterback. It was pretty crazy watching him.
he's been around the block for a while.
Yeah, I think he's like a super senior. I don't want to say exactly how many years he's been in the league, but I think it's not league in college. I think it's been at least 6.
I want to say you're right because he graduated a year or two before we did in high school.
Oh yeah, then he's definitely 6 years at
Yeah.
least. Because I know
Either
they do
way,
that whole red shirt freshman thing.
if Stinson Bennett got into the league, Sam Hartman can if he keeps it up. I hope.
Yeah, same with
Uh,
Hendon Hooker because he was 25.
yeah, I forgot about Hendon. I'm trying to think of other big things from college. Duke beat Clemson. That was
Yeah,
big.
that was big because it took all my money.
Dude, I was literally using Clemson as like, like a parlay booster, thinking it's free. It'll make me a little bit more money. And then they sold me on like 3 bets.
Yeah, I had him on like I think like 5 to 10 bets had him on it. That was my
Oh my
last leg, and
God.
I was like, yeah, this shit's a lock. I'm adding it to everything. And they lost. The thing that made me mad is they didn't really even like lose to Duke. It was more of they beat themselves because they fumbled like 3 times in like on like the 1 yard line.
Yeah, they just made so many mistakes.
Like it was making me so mad because I don't think I don't want to say Duke isn't good. I think Duke are good, but I don't think they're on the level of Clemson.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows that Clemson's supposed to run the ACC. Like,
Yeah,
that's what they do. And then Duke beat them like that. It was so annoying.
yeah. Like another like I don't know if we already talked about it or not. I know we talked about it before, but LSU versus Florida State. That one was also kind of like LSU is kind of supposed to win.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it's supposed to win, but they were, I think, higher ranked than
Yeah,
Florida
I
State.
think I think LSU just had like the SC or their division ranking thing. Like they just got ranked higher because of ranking. I don't know
Yeah,
if people were really high on them going into the year. I'm not sure. I mean, evidently
yeah,
they were.
because Jaden Daniels was like I think before the game started, I was like Jaden Daniels is my pick to win the Heisman, and
Yeah.
then he goes out there and plays absolutely terrible, and it made me mad. Like I know he can't really throw the ball, but he's a really good runner, and that's what I was expecting him to do was run the ball a lot, and that
And he
would allow
didn't.
him to throw the ball more, and they just played so bad.
Yeah. FSU looks real though. Like that defense is kind of real.
Yeah, FSU looked really good.
I didn't know who FSU's quarterback was, but
Jordan Travis, I
yeah, he
think.
had a game.
Yeah, I think last year was his first year being the starter for the team, and it was like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing. So I don't think anybody really had too high of expectations for him, and he just went out there and played insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you? I didn't really ask you. Do you have a Final Four?
So I haven't watched as much as you. I
Uh
will
huh.
say I think Michigan's gonna be there. Georgia looks like Georgia. Their offense is a little weird because they have a new quarterback. Like you before,
Mhm.
yeah. I think Georgia and Michigan are definitely locks. I don't know about Notre Dame just because I haven't watched them.
Mhm.
FSU looked really good. They were scary against LSU. Uh, I guess Washington would be my shout.
I don't. Okay. I was gonna say that's not a terrible pick because I think that's like my underrated pick right there.
Well, I really like the Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, Michael Penix Jr. is a
Yeah,
dog.
I think he's a dog. I really like him. He had like 400 yards last week. I think those are my sleeper pick to be top 4.
Yeah, Michael Penix is. I hope he gets drafted because I bet on him and he was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know much about him besides like me betting on that game, but he played really well.
Yeah, and then yeah, I guess that's my top 4.
Like another one that I feel like people would probably be like, this team should be a top 4 is USC because of Caleb Williams. But I just don't. I don't think USC as a team is good. I think Caleb Williams is insane and is a dog, and it's probably like number 1 overall draft pick. But I just don't think USC as a team is good.
I think people overvalue quarterbacks as like how good the team is going to be. Like they look at the quarterback and they're like, this team's going to be this good because of him, but they
Yeah.
don't look at the whole roster.
Because like last year at like the end of the season, they played a bowl game. I think they played against Tulane, and they were up like 40 points at some. I don't. They were up like 20 or 30 points at one point, and then they ended up losing that game to Tulane, just because the defense is not good and the overall team isn't as good as people think they are.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is a dog though.
Oh no, he's a dog. Just I don't. I wonder who's gonna draft him. Because I
I
know
don't.
Cardinals are terrible, and I think they say they're sticking with
Kyler.
Kyler
They want
Murray.
Kyler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I have
know.
no idea where he would go.
Maybe. Well, Tennessee wouldn't.
They could. Who knows?
You think Panthers?
Okay.
Maybe the Bucks.
Maybe, but Baker Mayfield's the guy.
No, sir.
Let's not jump into NFL yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there in a little bit. But I think that's all I have on college for right now.
So, kind of just like a me thing. I grew up watching UNC my whole life, so I guess they're like my sweetheart team. Like I just love UNC. I think Drake May is a dog,
Here we go.
and I need him to go off this year. He's gonna be
Okay.
better than Sam Howell. That's my
It
hot
wouldn't be
take.
that hard. Sam Howell was a bum.
Sam Howell had a great. What was it? Junior year?
Yeah, it's easy to have one good year. It's pretty difficult to have good multiple years.
Okay.
Before we leave college though, I hate that you like UNC, man. That's so dumb.
They're
But,
never good.
We should talk about our team, man.
ECU.
Yeah, man, the ECU Pirates.
We want
The-
Bama, bro. We want
We
Bama.
want Bama. 0-2, and we want Bama.
So-
Our team is terrible, man.
It is, but I won't lie. After watching first week against Michigan, I'm not gonna say I had high hopes, but we held Michigan to 30 points. So I think our
It's more
defense
of probably because they didn't want to keep scoring.
Yeah, but in college is based around scoring as many points as you can for rankings. Like you need to put up points, and they weren't able to.
I mean, yeah, but JJ McCarthy left after like the beginning of the third quarter. So once your starting quarterback leaves, I mean, they don't really necessarily care.
Yeah.
Like the game's over at that point. Like, yeah, if they score more, it's okay, but it's not like we're going out there to score more.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you on the whole that you need points for rankings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they were already number 2. They're not going to go down
That's fair.
scoring one less touchdown.
And then the game against Marshall, I thought we were doing not amazing, but we weren't doing bad until like halftime and the lightning delay. And then I don't know what...
Our offense looks terrible, but our defense looks really good.
That's how it's been like every year we've been there.
Yeah.
Though.
I know it's like dumb saying our defense is really good given the fact they lost I think like 31 to like 14.
Yeah,
But
but
the defense was putting up an insane fight.
Yeah, when your
up
defense
until
is on the field
halftime.
all the time, they're gonna be tired, so they can't do anything anyways.
Yeah, like we don't even have a quarterback. I don't even know who our starting quarterback. Well, our starting quarterback is Mason Garcia, but I don't know if they're switching again because they're both. I don't know if either of them are good.
We have Garcia and the Alex Flynn guy, but I don't know that's what I was trying to talk to you about. I don't know who our actual QB is because they switch him off a lot.
Well, Mason Garcia is a starting quarterback, but I don't know if they're like gonna switch back to the other guy because this guy didn't play that well.
Gotcha. Well, we got a big game against App State this weekend. Let's hope we can upset them.
Yeah, hopefully, screw up State.
Don't they? They don't have the same quarterback as they used to, right?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with App State.
I know the Aguilar guy. I'm pretty sure had a good game against UNC, which scares me.
Like I don't really keep up with college football ever unless like it's a big game. But this year I've been betting a lot more on college football, so I was like, I know some stuff, not everything.
Yeah, that's about all I have for college then.
Yeah, as we can talk about our fantasy football draft now.
Yeah, so we finally had our fantasy football draft. We've been preparing for a while. I don't think I came away with a good team, but I don't think I came away with the worst team either for the first year and like the last 3 years.
I think I'm going back to back champion. You already
Dude,
know what
you
it
are
is.
not, man.
Nah, I think my team is terrible. A lot of the players I wanted got taken like around before, or like the pick right before me.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have given myself the fourth round pick, kind of like the pick I had last year, and
Mhm.
I would just taken some of the top guys.
Wouldn't you have gotten CMC at that pick?
Yeah, I would have gotten CMC.
Dude. Yeah, someone in our league took Travis Kelsey pick number 2.
Yeah, and then like the guy was on the auto draft, so I was gonna be able to get like a high player, and then nobody took CMC, and then the guy that was auto draft was right before me, so he automatically took CMC. I'm sure if he was actually like drafting, he probably would have taken him anyways. But just
But
like that chance that I could have had CMC with a sixth overall pick.
just went sad, yeah.
I mean seventh overall pick.
I think I mean first round pick you can't go wrong with Jefferson.
Yeah,
Like
you can't go wrong with him.
I think that's about the only good pick I made. Maybe Tony Pollard was okay.
I mean my first round pick was it was Devontae Adams. I know somebody was like, "Wow, that's a reach right there." I do agree, it's probably somewhat of a reach, but I think Adams and Jimmy G are gonna be a nice little duo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Adams or Stephon Diggs, right?
But it was either Adams, Diggs, or I think Nick Chubb. Maybe let me see if he was available there.
Wait, we can actually. Where's that draft recap? Uh, yeah, you actually had a lot there, Dave.
Yeah, but the thing is, I wanted Nick Chubb, but I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take a receiver here. Because I think I've
Mhm.
told you, like my draft strategy every year is running back, receiver, and
Yeah.
then running back again. But this year I want to try something different. Go receiver, running back, or like go receiver, running back.
Hmm.
But this year I was like, with my pick, I'm gonna take a receiver and then I'm gonna get a running back later on. Because I thought the first few were little question marks in my opinion. Like I think
Yeah.
all the top running backs were gonna do really well, but I didn't want to take a first round pick on them.
Dude, I wanted to talk to you about this, but I didn't say it draft night. ESPN gave me false hope because they had Amon Ra dropping the pick number 20, which is where I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you drafting, and I was like, "There's no way he's gonna do it. You don't want Amon Ra, Dave." Because I really thought you were gonna go running back, and you went him. And
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the draft recap now. Now I remember exactly what happened.
it made me so sad, bro. I was like, "There's no way someone's falling to me." Because you had like Diggs and Amon Ra, and I think AJ Brown was also there. I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting one of them, and none of them fell to me.
So the thing was, I took Devontae Adams with the idea that I was gonna take Garrett Wilson in second round, and then
Yeah,
he got taken first overall in the second round. So I was like, crap. Now I don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking a running back, and then Amon Ross St. Brown was there, so I was like, well, crap. I love Amon Ra, so I gotta take him. I wish I would have taken Nick Chubb now, but I'm not
yeah.
complaining about Amon Ra.
See, I got Jefferson pick one. I know I wasn't picking for a long time, so I was like, I'm either gonna get like an Amon Ra, or I'm getting a running back one.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Chubb got taken the round before, so I was like, fuck. I
Yeah,
had
I
to go
really
Pollard.
wanted Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I had to go Pollard and Waddle.
I don't think Pollard's a terrible pick. I think Pollard's gonna be pretty good this year.
Yeah, for what was left, I think I wish I took Olave over Waddle, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
We'll
would have
see.
taken a Waddle just because of Tyreek Hill.
I'm super high on Waddle though,
Yeah, you are every year, man.
dude. I can't believe you started that love for Waddle the first his rookie year because you traded him to me.
Yeah,
He's been there ever since.
that guy.
I finally started off a year 1-0 for the first time in like 3 years.
Yeah, I'm used to starting the year 1-0. No, and like not trying to be cocky or anything, but I usually start 1-0, and then I feel like my team always just goes downhill after that
Yeah,
because I can
I,
never go 2-0.
I will say I shouldn't have started out 1-0. The guy had Garrett Wilson and was going to score way more than 14 points, but Aaron Rodgers got a season-ending injury, so it kind of belled me.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to, like I obviously the person I was playing only put up 70 points, so I didn't really get bailed at all. But like my defense putting up 35 points was like, imagine like it would have been like a close game, and it's like only my defense is left to play, and then the Cowboys defense just puts up 35 points.
Dude, I saw a lot of people on Twitter who had to go up against Tyreek Hill in the Dallas defense, and that just sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I guess now that Well, is there anything else fantasy you want to talk about?
I'm trying to see if there was any like sorry, I was trying to look if there's like any like picks so far that's kind of been like a steal. I know Calvin Ridley in the fourth is kind of a steal.
I think
Mm,
the guy who got Mark Andrews was saying he got a steal when he got him.
that was our roommate Drew. I don't think it's a steal.
Gotcha. I think
Mm,
Calvin Ridley round 4 maybe. No.
yeah, I literally just said that.
Oh, okay.
uh, trying to look. I think James Cook in the 7 could be a potential pick. This is obviously
Mm.
obvious, but I think my Michael Pittman Jr. in the end round 8 is a solid pick. Very solid.
You'll see that. I took Swift in round 8. Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
Drake London round 9 kind of sounds like a steal, except he played really bad.
Oh, a pick that made me so mad was our friend Ian. I don't know how he took this guy and how he knows, which makes me think that he was drafting with somebody in the room with him or something. He took Zay Flowers round 11, 104, and that was the guy I was gonna plan on taking. I don't know how he knows who that is, or if he just randomly took a guy.
I don't. I didn't even think about that. I bet he probably just like Googled late round picks, and that was one of them.
Because Zay Flowers is someone I've been high on all year since he got drafted. Because I think he's gonna be receiver 1 for them.
Yeah.
I don't think Odell is gonna be like the go-to guy.
I'm surprised. Wait, Eckler went pick 3 in our league too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
My God, I feel bad.
Nico Collins in round 11, picked by me, is a sleeper pick.
The guy who got Cup, I feel bad for.
Yeah. Mm.
Dude, Bryce Young in round 15. Yikes! What a bust.
Oh, that's a lock right there, man.
You already dropped him.
Yeah, he's coming back to the team. I drop and pick up players all the time, man.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else in fantasy to talk about.
Yeah, I think that was it. I'm sure we'll make a TikTok of our actual teams to show off our teams.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Let the people decide whose team is better. Honestly, they're gonna say my team.
Okay, I got Justin Jefferson. I instantly won.
Why are you in my division? I'm kicking you out of my division as league manager.
Are you scared of me or something?
No, divisions don't mean anything. I don't want you in my division. I only have winners in my division.
Dude, so far I'm 1-0.
Yeah, can't wait to see you go 1-13.
Okay, it's not like 2 years ago.
Just give me Justin Jefferson for a bag of chips. I don't want to tell nobody.
So week 1 of the NFL happened. Week 2 is about to start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start with the Steelers. I was really disappointed in how we played. I knew we weren't gonna beat the 49ers, but in my head I was like, maybe we can keep it kind of close.
Yeah.
No, that just didn't happen. Deontay Johnson got hurt. Cam Hayward's hurt. Patrick Peterson and Levi Wallace looked like burnt toast. And we only played Joey Porter Jr. for 7 plays. Really?
Really?
Yeah, we only played him 7 times when we were getting burnt on defense every single play.
Yeah, I probably want to go put him out there and let him get exposed.
Well, we should have at that point because Levi Wallace and Pat Pete were getting exposed.
I didn't actually watch the game. Like, what do you think was the problem there?
Literally, so our play calling was really bad. And I know I say this every game, but you remember last year when we would compare our teams and it would be like bad, like it would be like run, check down, run, check down.
Mm-hmm.
It was that, and it felt like Matt Canada gave Kenny Pickett no options to throw the ball to anybody. I think a great example of this would be like we had a third and goal on like the 9-yard line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we run 4 verticals. We don't have room on the field to be running 4 verts. Because what are they supposed to do after they hit back of the end zone?
Run around and get open, wave your hands around.
Yeah, but then we threw a pick on that one. And then we ran the 49ers defensive coordinator came out and said in the first half we ran the same offensive play 7 times. So they got a pick on that play because we just kept running the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what our problem was. And then our defense looked really bad. Ayuk looked like prime Randy Moss against Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I remember seeing like all the pictures, like memes on Twitter, and just seeing like it was like total yards. It was like 199 to 1 yard that the Steelers had.
Yeah, it was bad. So I was like really sad. I took Jersey off crying and shit. So
I don't know if this is true, but my friend said that he heard a rumor. I don't know if he heard on Twitter or where, but he said that The only reason Matt Canada got a job was because the college that Matt Canada was at, he got his son or daughter a scholarship, I think. So I think that's what he said. I don't know if that's
Really?
true at all. So I
I
think
don't know.
that's what he says. Like the only reason Matt Canada has a job with the Steelers.
What I know about Matt Canada is since he joined the league in like 2020 or 2021, we are the only team who hasn't had a 400 offensive yard game.
Really?
Yeah. 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 It's so sad. And I
I feel-
also know that the reason he wasn't fired last year is because most of our offensive staff was his guys. But
Mhm.
then Kenny Pickett saved his ass at the end of the year by winning like 7 out of 8 games on insane drives. So, screw you, Matt Canada.
That's just the goat, man. That's the guy.
Yeah. The
He's my
downfall.
goat, keeping the Steelers from winning.
How do you think your the Panthers did, man?
The game really made me mad because the Panthers played the defense played great. Like the dude, like Desmond Ritter, only Riddler. He
It's
only
Ritter, I think.
threw he only threw like 36 pass yards by like halftime. So they played great. Defense great. Offense looked a little iffy. Like Bryce Young, I don't want to say he's a bust at all just because it's his first game or whatever. He
Yeah.
definitely made some bad plays, some mistakes. But I feel like that's gonna happen with any quarterback, especially his rookie year.
Hmm.
And I think the Falcons are in a terrible team. So I'm not like too worried right now. I think if they go like maybe like if they lose like 3, 4 games, then I'll be worried. But I think it's okay right now.
I
Because
think Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying like I was watching the game and he made some pretty good reads, some pretty good plays. Like I wouldn't say like his height is an issue. Like maybe his like decision making was a little bad because he was like it's like obviously the NFL, so they're gonna disguise defenses differently. And he would
Mhm.
like try to throw it down the middle, and like the safety would come up and just like intercept it. That was the biggest problem for him.
I was gonna say I feel like Bryce Young looks really, really comfortable when he drops back in the pocket. Like,
Yeah, he looked comfortable. Like I said, his height or his build really isn't the problem right now. Is what I'm seeing.
yeah, I think the O line is y'all's problem because he doesn't have enough time back there.
I wouldn't necessarily say the O line is a problem right now. I don't think it's great, but there was definitely times where he had a lot of time to pass.
Yeah.
Um, I think, and I think they really just lost that game because eventually, like after some long, the offense was able to finally like start getting something going. Because but John Robinson I think is going to be insane. That dude, anytime he touched the ball, he would just take off like a rocket.
His reception touchdown was kind of sick. He like broke a tackle or 2 tackles and just
Yeah,
ran through him. Yeah.
yeah, that was a touchdown that kind of just like broke me that day. I was like, oh, we got a chance, and then that touchdown, I was like, well,
See,
this is probably gonna be a loss.
at least you thought you had a chance in that game. And mine, after the kickoff, I knew it was over.
Oh
So
no, we had a chance for a long time, and after like at the third end of the or near the end of the third, it was just like over. You ended up
yeah,
scoring like 2, 3 touchdowns on us. It
I'm
was
worried
bad.
about y'all's like receiving core staying healthy.
Eh, I'm not worried about that. Like we have other receivers. It's just I don't know if they're that good.
Yeah.
Because I was Adam Thielen's cool. Like he's gonna be like the guy who's like the target, like the go to guy.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't think he's as good as he used to be. I hope I would like to see how the team's gonna look with DJ Chark back this week.
Oh, is he actually coming back? I thought he was hurt for like 3 weeks.
No, he's back.
Awesome. Okay. Hayden Hurst looks like the target guy as well.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. So I picked him on my fantasy team. I don't know
Mhm.
if no, not my this team, but like my other league. I picked him up because I
Gotcha.
think he's gonna be a pretty good weapon for Bryce Young.
Well, he just looked like a target machine,
Yeah,
kind of.
it's kind of funny because I think 2 of the picks were because he was trying to get it to Hayden Hurst. Yeah. So I have high hopes for Bryce Young. He doesn't look terrible. Definitely better than our quarterback situation last year.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be too upset with them losing more because I do want to go to a Panthers game and hopefully the tickets will go down.
I hope y'all's defense stays healthy. I like Horn a lot.
Oh, that motherfucker's a bum. That motherfucker's already out for like half the year, I think.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he has a serious hamstring injury.
Oh my god.
They might be out for a while.
I really like Burn because they give him really good Madden cards.
This guy.
Trying to think. What did you think of the Chiefs loss to the Lions? I thought that was kind of big. It lost me a little bit of money.
Actually made me money. I was expecting it. I told
Really?
my boy like 2 3 weeks ago. I was like, the Lions are losing, or I mean, the Chiefs losing to the Cowboys. He was like, no, you don't bet on it if you really are sure about it. I was like, I am. I already bet money on it because like I don't think the Chiefs are ever. I've always, I guess you can call me a Chiefs hater because I never thought they've been that good, and I think the Lions are pretty good this year. Like I
Yeah.
think Jared Goff last year was so underrated.
Well, I was looking, or they were showing his stats from last year. I didn't realize how many picks he didn't throw. Like he
Yeah, I
tied his career for least picks thrown in the season on his worst team.
yeah I think he threw like 20 something touchdowns and like maybe 5 picks at
It
most.
was like, yeah, 7, 6, or 5, one of those numbers. But he tied his career lowest playing for the worst team he's ever played on. In theory,
Yeah, like he had a really good year last year, but just like nobody really paying attention to it because it was the Lions.
yeah. And now I feel like Lions have like everything going for them.
Yeah, like that. I feel like the offense is pretty good with Amon Ra.
Jameer Gibbs is going to be insane to watch.
Yeah, Jameer
He's
Gibbs is gonna be insane. Nobody else really caught the ball really. I think Josh Reynolds was making plays. I was surprised Marvin Jones didn't do anything really that game.
yeah.
I think he had like 2 catches and that was
What
it.
what caught me by most surprise is the amount of times Kadarius Toney had wide open throws that he just dropped.
Yeah. They Chiefs should have definitely won that game. If Kadarius Toney could have caught a ball, they would have won that game.
Dude, what's crazy to me is even when Pat throws you a perfect pass, it resulted in a pick six. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. One thing I will say is I absolutely hate Chris Collinsworth
Mhm.
because he meat writes Pat Mahomes more than I've seen anybody in my life.
Everybody just loves Mahomes. Like, it's wild.
No, yeah, I agree. There's people that love him, but Chris Collinsworth is insane.
Yeah.
Like Pat Mahomes could have a really bad game, and Chris Collinsworth would still call him like a great quarterback, which he is a great quarterback. But in that instance, he'll be like, "Yeah, he's having an off game, but he's been out there making plays, been playing like a great quarterback." And it's like, dude, what?
Yeah, he just like hasn't been at all.
Like I remember seeing people on Twitter talking about it too, and they were like, Brian Branch had a pick six, and he didn't even like talk about like Brian Branch at all. He just talked about how he just talked about Patrick Mahomes the whole time.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe Branch has like a season ending injury too.
Really?
Well, he got hurt. I don't know if it was season ending. He's like out though for a while.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he got hurt a few plays later.
I think you're lying.
It's Brian Branch, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking it over right now. I
Oh yeah,
can't type with
you
one
can
hand.
probably hear me typing. Wait, he's currently not listed as injured. He walked out. Okay, something happened in that game, like a few plays later, where he like walked to the sideline, and I thought he was like hurt.
Yeah, he probably like got hurt, but it's not like season ending.
Gotcha. My bad then. Either way, I thought it was crazy that he called a pick six in his first game, and then immediately like had to walk out.
Yeah, get your facts straight before you start reporting, buddy.
Yeah, my bad. Oh no, he did leave early due to the cramps. That's what it was, but it was an IR injury. He was just like out for the game. Sorry.
Yeah, check your sources next time, buddy.
Yeah. That happened. I'm a little
Uh,
bit worried for D Hop's. So I have D Hop in a different fantasy league, and
mhm.
I'm a little bit worried about his stock after Tannehill throws 3 picks like that.
I don't think that should be a worry. Like I don't know if D Hop will be. I still think it's a big question mark, but I
Mhm.
don't think that game should be something you should be worried about because I think Saints defense isn't too bad, and again, it's the first game of the year. Like I think a lot of people are overreacting right now because it's first game
Weak.
of the year.
Yeah. Trying to
Like
think. Michael Thomas is back.
I didn't watch that game at all, so I have no idea. I didn't see
Uh,
anything about it.
it was like the first time he's played in 2 years. Chris Olave masterclass. Honestly.
I told you, man, his receptions were a lock.
Yeah, he had like a masterclass. Tennessee played really bad. I don't know how Tennessee was close in that game. You didn't miss much at all. It was really boring.
Oh no, I was like watching Red Zone and I kept seeing the score and it was an ugly score.
Yeah, it was boring.
I don't think they like got over 10 points until I don't even know if they ever got over 10 points.
I don't remember. I just know Olave had a lot of receptions. Michael Thomas had a few big receptions, and there was 3 interceptions thrown.
Jesus.
D Hop didn't do much.
The one game I was kind of paying attention to a lot was Anthony Richardson, the Colts versus the Jaguars, because I had a lot of money on that game. Like that game won me like $100.
Jesus.
Um, because Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I just said talking about betting. I was just really interested in that game because it was his first game, and I don't want to say like I'm a fan of his. I'm not a fan of him in college, or I wasn't a fan of him in college. Like seeing him transition to the NFL and seeing how like good of a guy he is, and like who he is as a person, has made me a fan of his.
Mm.
Because I saw a video on Twitter. I think it was yesterday. It was of him like with his helmet off, and he like went up to the guy with the like the chain gang, the
Yeah.
guys who hold the 4 down mark or whatever, the first down or whatever. He's
Mhm.
like walked up to him like and like shook his hand. I was like, "Hey, man," and just like shook his hand like. And after the guy just like looked really really happy.
Well, dude, in one of the preseason games, the staff of the field or whatever had to kick Anthony Richardson off the field because he was signing too many autographs. Like it
Oh
was
yeah, I
past
saw
time.
that.
Like he's such a nice dude.
Yeah, I really hope he has a good career just because he seems like a very nice guy, which is
Yeah,
something I really didn't expect from him.
I really like him and Bryce Young because they're nothing like how I expected them to be.
Yeah,
I'm trying
and,
to think.
and that game he played not too bad. I
Yeah,
know there were it was kind of they
dude, that
definitely could have won that game.
that was a Calvin Ridley masterclass. I was so excited to see Calvin come back.
Yeah, I had his all. I refer to everything in gambling, but I had his receiving yards and he smoked that.
Bro, people forgot that he was like leading Julio Jones on that Falcons team before he got
Well,
suspended.
I don't think anybody forgot because a lot of people were big on Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, I guess it's just like nice to see him do what we knew he was capable of.
Yeah, because he hasn't played in what 1 or 2 years, but
Yeah,
he's still so fast and he's just his footwork and route running is insane.
and Trevor Lawrence just keeps getting better and better and better every single year.
Yeah, I wish I could trade for him again this year. No, somebody sent me that boy over last year.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is there?
God, that was such a shit trade.
But yeah, Anthony Richardson had like a rushing touchdown, and I want to say they were winning at one point, but then the Jags came back obviously because Jags I think are going to be really good this year.
Yeah, I think he also threw for like over 200 passing yards.
Yeah, I only know some of these stats because I was watching some of the game, but it was like mainly red zone because they
Yeah,
kept scoring.
I was just watching Red Zone.
But I'm on my other fantasy team, and he did really really good for a rookie quarterback in his first year.
Yeah, that's
I was
impressive.
expecting to not compete at all. Like
Well,
knowing that he's kind of like had like limited experience in college, I expect him to do really bad.
yeah, that's
And
what
I think
people's
he did the
concern
best
was.
out of all the rookie quarterbacks.
I'm pretty sure he. Yeah, no, he did
Because
because
Bryce didn't do that well.
CJ Stroud didn't have a touchdown.
Yeah, CJ did bad. Who
Will
else?
Levis isn't playing
Oh
yet.
yeah, Will Levis. Hendon Hooker isn't playing either.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, I
don't
think
know.
he did the best out of the rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah. Moving over to the Dolphins. Tyreek said before the season started he was going for 2,000 years, and he's on
Years.
or 2,000 yards, and he's on par, bro. He is on par.
No, I don't think he's on par. I think he's on route to reach 3,000.
Jesus.
I think that's what I saw. The stat was that if he continues, then he'd be at 3,000.
Well, he's just solidifying why he's the best wide receiver in the league.
Uh, I think the Chargers defense is bad. I don't think he's gonna be getting. Obviously, he's not getting 200 every game or whatever.
Yeah, it's either him or Waddle. One of them always gets receptions, while the other one always gets yards.
Like I don't want to say he definitely will probably reach like close to 2,000 or 2,000, but I definitely feel like the defense was just bad that he played against.
Chargers are always so weird though, because their defense on paper looks really good, and they never play to that potential.
The thing is, I always have this thing with the Chargers. It's the fact that I don't think Justin Fields is a good game time manager.
You
Because if
mean
you watch
Herbert?
their games, well, who did I say? Justin Fields?
Yeah,
Sorry, I meant Justin Herbert.
yeah,
If you watch their games, it's literally like 50, 60, 70 yard touchdown every other play.
yeah. He scores too quick.
Yeah, that's the problem though, is they score way too quick and they leave too much time. Like their game, like you'll see them scoring like 3, 4 touchdowns a game, but then you'll see the other team score 3, 4, 5 touchdowns a game.
Yeah,
So it's like they're just the defense is gonna get tired. It's gonna be out there all the time.
it's crazy to me how Herbert has so many losses that are like one possession. Like I
Yeah,
swear that's always how the Chargers lose.
yeah, but I will also not only put on him because it's obviously coaching too. Like they should be running the ball a lot more when like they have the leads.
Mhm.
But it's also like it's hard to like not throw the ball when a player's like deep when he's like 60, 70 yards down the field. So it's hard. but the whole team just has to be better at game time management.
Yeah,
Because there's no point in going out there and like throwing 3-4 touchdowns for like 400 yards if you're just gonna keep losing.
because the other team just soaks up all the clock anyways.
Yeah, like you would definitely rather a quarterback throw for like maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns for 200 yards
But
and
you get the
win.
win.
Yeah. I think Tyreek Hill is gonna be good this year. I don't know if he's the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, I was kind of just gassing that one, but
Yeah.
I think Jay Jettis is definitely wide receiver 1, and it's not really a debate.
Hmm. I mean, there's probably still a debate like Diggs, Adams, stuff like that. Jamar Chase,
Yeah.
but he's
Uh,
definitely top. He's definitely over there.
Then we finished the week off with the Cowboys
Cowboys,
Giants.
man.
Oh,
It makes me
Hey.
mad because last year I said the Cowboys were like my sleeper pick to win or not win the Super Bowl, go at least go to the Super Bowl, maybe
Mhm.
win. And I still think that was a possibility, but then the offense just kind of started turning the ball over a lot. I
I
think they're
didn't.
really good. This is going to be good. I think they're going to be really good this year again.
Yeah, I didn't realize over the offseason their defense got better by getting like Stephon Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
That defense is kind of terrifying with Micah Parsons and their cornerbacks, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm high on them to go to the playoffs and go really far. I think they could win the Super Bowl this year because
Yeah,
that defense is really good.
bro, they had like 7 sacks.
They had like 7 sacks, 2 picks, a fumble recovery. I think there was a fumble recovery for. Oh wait, no, that was a pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6. I think Cowboys depend on Dak's decision making this year. Like if he can play, he doesn't even need to play amazing. Like his rookie year, he literally just has to be like Jimmy G this year, just enough to win,
It's not
and they'll
even
be
that.
good.
Like last year, he was playing good, but I mean, it wasn't. It was not all on him because I was watching some of his games, and there was many times where he would throw the ball, and I remember there was one pass he threw. I think it was in overtime. Threw the ball, and it bounced off of a guy that was wide open, bounced out of his hands, and just went into the defender's hands, and just it was a pick. I think it was a pick 6 too.
Damn,
So it's not all on Dak Prescott.
gotcha. That game kind of solidified my reasoning for taking Pollard so high. I know he got 2 touchdowns, and he would have realistically only had like 10 points, but I need Pollard to be a show out player this year.
Oh yeah, like I said, I think Cowboys will win this World year because the defense is insane. The offense got way better. Pollard is insane. They have CD and Brandon Cooks now, which is I think is gonna be one of the best receiver duos in the league.
Brandon Cooks is still fast as hell, bro.
Yeah, like also we didn't get to see like what all they're capable of because it was just a blowout, so they didn't really get a chance to play the game like they normally would.
Yeah. Well, they played Jets defense this week, which I think should be a good testament for Dak and what they're capable of doing.
Yeah,
So,
like I still think the Giants are gonna be good this year. I just think they played a really good Cowboys team.
yeah, I think Giants is one of the teams that suspectfully like got better. Like they definitely did in theory get better, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
they'll play as good as they did last year because I don't think last year they were supposed to be doing what they were doing. Like the expectations for that team and what they were capable of doing by making the playoffs and winning round 1, I don't think they can replicate that.
I think they will. I personally think they
Really?
will. Yeah, the defense is still good. I think the offense got a lot better. And I think Daniel Jones has a lot more confidence now. So
I
I think
think
they will be able to do it again.
I think Philly and Dallas are just going to dominate that division. I think Giants aren't going to be able to get that wild card spot.
I think they will. But
Uh,
we can agree to disagree.
yeah, we can see at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Rams had a game, dude. I didn't expect Rams to be good this year at all. And they put up, what was it, like 30 something on Seattle?
Mm-hmm. I don't think the Seahawks defense is that good. Well, I don't want to say that either.
I think like you said earlier, it's a little too early. But
Yeah.
with that being said, I thought Seattle's defense was going to be a lot better because Rams did not look good at all last year without Cooper Kupp. And they didn't have Kupp this year to start off with, and they still did all right.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of the Rams and Seahawks game. I have no idea. I was like, I don't really watch any of it. I just see like the highlights on Red Zone and just see like the Rams were just driving down the field a lot.
Yeah. I know JSN didn't have that big of an impact. I think Tyler Lockett didn't do that well.
I
Seattle.
think DK Metcalf didn't do anything either.
Then maybe Seattle just had a really bad offensive game.
I think they did because I think they only scored 3 points, 10 points,
13, I think.
13. I just think the offense just didn't click yet, and the defense was still first week.
Yeah. I do know they held Cam Akers to like not that many yards on a lot of carries, so maybe their run defense is good.
Not really, because he only had like I think it was 8 carries after like the first half. It was really
Uh,
Kyron Williams who was taking over like RB1 duty, and he was doing pretty well against the run game. Like he scored 2 touchdowns. I think he got 60 yards.
gotcha. Never mind then.
Yeah, so it's not really like the run defense. Yeah, like the run defense could still be good, but I wouldn't say they were the reason they really had any play against Cam Akers.
Gotcha. Fair point. Well, I think for week 2, I'm really excited for. I think Chiefs Jaguars is going to be really telling. If Chiefs are going to be able to like pick it up, you know.
hmm I think they could definitely have. They definitely have a chance of going 0-2, which would be really crazy. I think the
Yeah.
Jaguars are pretty good.
I'm trying to think who else plays this week.
I know the Colts and the Texans playing because I have money on that game, which is gonna be a really fun game to watch. CJ
Richardson
Stroud
versus
versus
Stroud.
Richardson.
Yeah. Steelers play the Browns, which won't be a good game, but it'll be really telling for how my season's gonna go.
Yeah, Panthers play the Saints on Monday, and I think that's gonna be a loss.
Divisional games are fun to watch, though.
Yeah, I don't know if this one will be fun to watch. I also gonna watch and have hope. I just
Love
want
it,
to keep
math
seeing CJ
difference.
or not CJ. I just want to see Bryce Young like progressively get better as the season goes.
Yeah, it only gets up from here. You hope.
Well, yeah, hopefully we hope.
That's about all I have as far as NFL goes. I think.
Yeah, that's basically all I have. Just that's my week 2 expectations. Panthers hopefully can win. Bryce Young gets better. Hopefully I
Matt,
win my big bets. I could be up like $500 at the end of the week. If
I
all my
need
bets hit.
I need Matt Canada to show that he can run an offense. I need Kenny Pickett to play smarter. Patrick Peterson needs to show why he's Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I don't think that was happening, man.
Joey Porter Jr. needs more than 7 snaps.
Yeah, so you can go get burnt too, like his dad.
No, dude, his dad was a dog. Don't you ever?
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
You want an outro?
Nah, you got it, buddy. You did the intro, you got the outro.
Well, you guys can take off your jerseys and your helmets. We're officially done with the episode.
Yeah.
See you guys on the next podcast. I think we're gonna try to go back to our actual topics. I do want to do it, or I think we both want to do another pyramids one.
Oh yeah, we would definitely will get more into our topics, maybe aliens, conspiracy theories, stuff like that.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. You'll
But-
see it. You'll see it when it's posted.
Yeah, and then a lot more TikToks now. I've been slacking a lot recently.
Yeah, I've been having to keep it up.
But yeah, see you guys.
Later, guys.